Hello guys, welcome back to my new video. So now let me tell you today's agenda for this video or today's topic for the video. So as you all know that I upload the solution for around 8 questions here. So now I think we can do a one thing. Like I am thinking, if you are agree on this, just let me do on the comment section this is the good plan or not. Like from Monday to Friday, we are solving the questions. Okay. And the one thing I am telling you is that this video is around 30 to 40 minutes long. Okay. So from Monday to Friday, we are solving questions. I on Saturday, I am telling you about the tips for the gate preparation because I was also doing that. I was done gate preparation. Now Sunday we can do a revision. Revision of what? Revision of the question which we solved on the weekdays. Means from Monday to Friday we solved the question. We are doing the revision for the same on Sunday. So you can also revise the concept again. So I am thinking this is our full schedule for the week. So if you like the plan or you want to give me some suggestion, then you can comment down below. Okay. Otherwise, I'll follow this plan on my channel only. Okay. So as today is a Sunday, so what we are going to do here? So we are I think today I also released one video of the question solution. Yeah, I know that's my mistake. And yesterday I released a video about the gate declaration. Yeah, but don't worry about it. From the next week, or I'll follow this schedule only. Okay. So yes, today is Sunday. So what we have to do here, we are going to revise the questions which we solved in from Monday to Friday. Okay. So let's start. So the first question we solved in this channel is search in a row column sorted matrix. So if you remember what we have to do here, we have given a matrix which is in sorted order, means sorted in row wise also and sorted in column wise also, and we have to find the solution for we have to here given a solution for searching. Searching means if we want to find any element, then how can we find that element? Because here one thing we have given is that the row and columns are sorted in increasing order. That is the very important thing. So if you anybody remember, I told you first method is brute force, means we can do a linear search here. So as you, if you are aware about that, so in linear search, we are going to do, we are using here the two loop, and based on the two loop, we are just finding the element. If we are find the element, then we returning one means true, otherwise zero means false. So that's our first approach. Now, the second approach we used is based on the given constraint. And what's the given constraint? The given important constraint is that this sorted. So we know that the array is sorted, so we can use some technique to get the element. And what we have did then, we know that if the array is sorted and if we want to find our element, let's say our element x is a 36, then how we can find it? So we know that if our element is 36 and during the searching we reach the position 38, so we know that we can't go the downside in this column because this is sorted in increasing order. So if 36 is greater, 38 is greater than 36, if 38 is greater than 36, then in this down column, all the elements are also the greater than 36. So like that, we can eliminate the columns during this searching. So what the method or what's the solution I told you here? So I told you that we are using here a two pointer, and what we are doing, we are just checking here. Let me give you the indexes also. We are first checking for ij. Let's check ij is 38. We are checking 38 is greater than 36. Yes, the first condition we are checking is 38 equal to 36. Yeah, we know that that's the false. So what we are going to do? Then we are checking 38 is greater than 36. Yes, that's true. Means we are eliminating this whole column. How we can eliminating the whole column in the subject? We are just moving the j to the left side. So j minus minus. Again, we are checking for the value 30. So we know that 30 is equal to 36. No, 30 greater than 36. No, 30 less than 36. If 30 is less than 36, then we have to go in this side. We know that, but we can ignore this row. Here we have only in the same row, we don't have any more elements. But if we have many more elements, then we can ignore it because this element is smaller. Okay. So for that, what we have to do, we are increasing I. Now, for this value, we are checking. So, you know that 46 is greater than 36. So, what we are doing? We are eliminating this column by moving j to the left side. Now, we are checking again for the ij matrix of ij equal to 36 and 36 equal to 36. So, what we have to return? We are returning 1. So this is the approach I used to solve the first question. If you have remembered or if you don't remember it, you can check it here. The code also, and this question is, I think, very important. As you can see, the company asked this question. So you can check the solution here. The same thing I told you. If the value is less than, then we are incrementing I, and if the value is greater than, then we are decrementing jail. And if we find, then return true. Okay. So this is the first question we solved. Now let me erase all this thing because we are going to move for the second question. Okay. Let me close this tab also. Now our second here order of the question might be different, but I will try to cover all the question for the revision purpose. Now what's the question? Question is sort an array according to other. What we have to do? Sorting of array according to other. So what we did here, if you remember, or don't remember, then just we have to do a revision here also. So if you find any query, then also you can ask, or I will try to give the explanation in such a way that you don't find any question after my explanation. So here what we have to do, so here we have two array. First one is A1, the second one is A2, and we have to sort one array, which one? First one according to the second one. Second one means the order of the element in the first one should be the same as the order of the element in the second one, and the elements which are not common in the both. For that we have to just write as it is in increasing order. Okay. So now what's the step that we should have to follow to solve this problem? So as we know that first, we have to maintain the count of the element and we have to maintain the order of the element. And we have to know one thing is that if this element is common, then only we can find the position from the A2. Okay. So first thing is that let me create a map. As you can see, the company is Amazon and which other Microsoft. Okay. So what we have to do here, as you can see, we are first creating a tree set. Why tree set? Because we know that we have to sort, and in tree set we can find the two functionality. First is the sorting, and the another thing is key value pair. So if we are creating a t set of integer, what we are storing? We are storing based on the sorting. One, we have two ones, two, we have I think two twos. Yeah. Now three, we have only one three. Four, we don't have any four. Then five, we have one five. Then we have one six. Okay. Five already covered, six already covered. We have two eights and then one nine. Now, what we are going to do? We are traversing and checking in A2 if the set contain this value. This means for each value we are checking. If first, let's start with two. If and let's check what's the return type. Means what we have to return. We have to return an array. So we are taking the one array. This is the answer there, in which what we have to do, we are doing. So we are checking if the first element in A2 is 2. 2 means if reset, let's name is M map. If map contains 2, so yeah, that's true. Map contains 2. So we are taking, this is we know key, this is value. We are taking the value until value not become 0. We are adding the key to the array and we are updating the value. So after this value will become 0. Now let's check for the 1. What we are checking? We are checking if map contains 1. So we know that here map contains 1. So what we are doing? We are just removing, means we are taking here again the key value, means till value dot become 0. We are adding 1, means key in the array, and after each updation we are reducing the value till it becomes 0. Like that for 8 also. Okay, 2 8s. And now for 3 means 1 3. Here also key value concept, key value 3. So this is our sorted error. Now what we have to do, we are again traversing the map and check if the value is not 0, then add into the array. So here value 0, value 0, value 0. Here value is not 0, add. Value is not 0, add. Value is not 0, add. So as you can see, this is how we can sort an array according to the other. So what we are doing, we are sorting the A1 according to A2. If A2 contain the distinct, if A1 intersection A2 is 5, then we have to just sort the A1. That's the method we used here to solve this question. So if you have any understanding problem, let's also check for the code also. So as I told you, we are first create a tree map in which we are adding the value. So this is what we get. Now we are traversing. This is our result here, which I write here is here. You can give them whatever you want to. Okay. Now what we have to do, we are traversing the A2 and we are trying to write if HMT contains key element L. So if true, then we are getting here a value until value not becomes 0. We are reducing the value by updating here also and adding into the result. Now again traversing, we are getting the key and the len means a value and we are checking if key not equal to 0, then we are adding. So here also is like that. This is the condition only. Why we are using a fold? It might be possible that here we have a 2 5. So for 2 5, we are going to adding the 2 times. That's why here we are dealing with the fold. And we are after that we are returning result. Okay, this is very easy. And this is I think a very important also. Reset, then we are just reducing the count. And after that, we are checking if it does not contain less value, then we have to just add. Okay. So this is understood by you. Now let's move to the third problem. Third problem was minimum swaps to salt. Okay. Let me remove. this part. Okay. Now minimum steps to sort. What's the given? We have given an array and we have to do the minimum step to sort the array. I think this problem is all. Let me check the number of companies. Companies use Microsoft only. Okay, so we have given a array to a file. First, what we have to do? If you remember, we have to compare it with the sorted version of this. What's the sorted version? 2, 4, 5, 8. And we are comparing first element. From starting from the first element, both are same, then we are incrementing I. If both the values are not same, here this is the num and this is the sorted num. Sorted num. If these both are not same, then we are just replacing the element which is from to the num to the element in sorted number. Means we are putting the element to its right position. So what here we are doing? Here we are putting 4 and here we are putting 8. Now again check. True. Again check. The position are true. Again checking. We are checking. True. I reach out of the loop. So it means true. These both are same. And here we have to put just one count to count the number of square. This is the very simple code. We have to compare it with the sorted error. Now, for doing this, what we are required. So first thing is required is we have to store this into the map because here while we are sweeping, we require the index of the element. For the key and index means element and value. For that we are using here a hash map. Okay, we are using a hash map. Then we have given a reference of the sorted order. Based on the reference order, we are just doing the sorting. Uh, I think why there is a no code written here? I think there is some issue because I solved this problem and I also wrote the solution for the problem, but I don't know why it's not solved. So let's just put aside and uh, let's go for another problem. Okay, let's open the comment section and let me tell you the solution which is the same as I used. Okay, so I think this is the same solution which I am telling you. Like first we are creating a map and this is our reference array which is sorted. Here we will sort this array. So as you can see, this is the sorted array, the same as this. Then this is a map which we are creating and we are putting the value, what we are putting element and index as I told you for the position. We are checking by traversing the I. If both are same, then we are moving the further, else we are just swapping to its current element. Okay, this is very simple, but I have to check why it's not showing in to me code because I wrote the code here. Okay, now let's move to the another problem. Let me clear this also. Let me check this. Yeah, this contain code. Okay. Sorting the elements of an array by frequency. What we have to do here? We have to do so as we are following the topic sorting and searching and sorting. So in that we have to do the sorting. As from the question we can see that what we have to do sorting elements of an array by frequency. Okay, Let's understand by the example as I told you in the lecture also. So this is our array. We have to sort based on the frequency. On and what if both elements have the same frequency? As you can see here, 2 5 2 4. Then the element which is the less come first, means the output is 4 4 5 5 6. This is the very simple equation to solve. In this question, we have to just use the one thing, which is a priority queue, and in priority queue, we have to store the elements. If both the elements frequency are same, then the smallest element will take the priority. Based on that, we have to store the elements in the priority queue. After storing into the priority queue, we just have to copy back the value from priority queue to the our desired return time, and then the question is solved. So as I told you, first we are creating a map. Okay, then we are putting it into the priority queue. In priority queue, what we are doing, because here we have to deal with the two things. First thing is key, if and frequency. Frequency means two thing. Two thing means hash map. Okay, we are taking hash map and we are giving this hash map to the priority queue, and this is the condition to check in both. Here we are creating a two object, and by creating a two object, we are ensuring that if both the elements contain same frequency, then the element which is less, we have to take first. So here the definition of the priority queue, here we are adding the elements into the priority queue after we want to return array list. So what we are doing, we are just empty the priority queue and putting the elements into our answer list. How we are putting the elements into the answer list? First, we are getting the key. We have to add the key. How much time? How many time we have to add the key based on the frequency? So here we are getting the frequency in terms of well, and we are reducing the well till not zero. Okay, this is also a simple code. The company is Oracle and Zycus. Okay, now let's go for the problem, which is solve a 2D vector diagonally. What we have to do. Okay. In this case, we are given a matrix. This is very easy problem. I must tell you. 3, 2, 4, 1, 9, 5, 9, 5, 7, 2, 4, 8, 8, 3, 1, 7, 6. What we have doing here. So we have given a matrix and we have to sort it. And there is a condition while sorting. The sorting conditions are that the main diagonal should be as it is. So if we are giving the index value here, then the main diagonal should be as it is. The lower triangular, this is the lower triangular. We have to sort the lower triangular and upper triangular. In lower triangular, we have to sort each grid in increasing order. In upper triangular, we have to sort each grid in decreasing order. That's how we have to solve here. So after that, it will become here 1, 7, 1, 4, 7. This is a 3, 5, 8. Here will be 8 as it is. 9, 6, 6, 4 in decreasing order. So 8, 5, 8, 5, 3, 9, 8, and 2. As you can see, this is the answer that we are getting. And how we can do this? So if we can do in we can do the two things. We can take extra space also, and we can do in the same method. How we can do in the same methods. So here, based on the index, we have to check how here if we are taking only about this metric. So for this grade, the value of I and the value of j, based on that we have to do. Like here, as you can see, for only this grade, what's the position of the element? 1, 0, 2, 1, 3, 2. Okay, so what we are doing here? we are incrementing I from 1 to number of row, and we are incrementing j from 0, 1, 2. Now each time we are, for this grid also, if you want to check, we are incrementing I from 2, but for the j we are incrementing it from a 0 only, means for 0 1 j I is from 2 3. Now for the third grid it's 3 0, j each time from I 0, and I it will increment from the value it last, means if the last value of I is 1, then the next time it will increment from 2. Okay, as you can see, 1, 2, 3. So for that, what we have to do, we are putting here a two loop. First loop for the I, because each time we need a incremented value of I, and in the outer loop, if I am telling you the solution about this lower part, then the same solution, but the sort only in the reverse for the upper part. So I am telling you the solution for only, let's say, for the lower part. So as we know that, just put outer loop I from 1 to the number of row, means let's say n. From I 1 to the number of row, and in which, yeah, from I 1 to n, in which we are taking another loop for j. J is incrementing each time for 0, another variable k for I. Why k? K means because in each loop, means in each value of I, we have to increment I from 1 to the all 0 for each grid. As you can see here, j less than number of column, and k less than number of row, and we have to increment both. After each time, k starts from I, as you can see, k starts from I. So these are the two loops, and we have to store the element into our, we are creating, let's say, a temporary array list. Now sort using collection dot sort, and then after the loop completion, again put the same loop and storing the same element inside that position. So this is the code as I told you. First, yeah, this is for the lower part, this is for the upper part. In upper part, we are just doing one thing which is different is reverse dot order collection. And here we are doing collection dot sort. As I told you, J0 to K equal to I. Incrementing, here we are sorting, and again, put the value into the same place. So this code is also very easy to understand. I think this solution is also clear to you. Now, let's move to the next problem, which is, yeah, this problem is also very interesting and very easy, because there is an algorithm which solve this problem in very easy manner. And what's that algorithm? First, let's see what's the problem. Let me first solve this problem, overlapping intervals, because if you understand this problem, then the lines of problem is very easy. I think this problem is also very easy. Overlapping intervals. So what we have to do here? We have to just overlap the intervals. And for that, here we have given input as a 2D array. 1, 3, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, this is the 2D array which is given to us. Now we are taking here a two thing. First is the count, not a count, but we are taking here a result. And starting is with 0. We are taking I from 1. If we are doing the index, we know that it's n cross 2 matrix, means n rows and 2 columns, because the first is the starting, this is the start, and this is the end. From where we are starting to where we are going. This is the start, this is the end. Okay, now what we are doing here. So as we know that the first interval as itself is a overlap of, no. the first interval can't be overlapped because it's the only one interval. So that's why we are starting I, or we are checking the overlapping from this second interval. Okay, and what's the result variables gives here? So result variable is used for result variable is used to check or to tell the loop that this is the variable which check for the merged, means the position of the result will check from uh, means till result the all the above intervals are merged. Okay, now what we have to check here, we are checking which is the smallest between these two. So first, how we can say here the intervals are overlapped if the end of the first interval end of the first interval is greater than the start of the second interval, then we can say that second interval is overlapped with first interval. So here we can see here 3 greater than 2. So it means that these two intervals are overlapped. Now, what we are doing, we know that these two intervals are overlapped. So what we have to do? We are merging these two intervals. How we can merge in these two intervals? By taking start is the minimum between these two. So it's 1, and by taking end is maximum between these two. So which is 4. So this is our merged part. Okay. Now again we are incrementing I. Now check for the same. The end of the first interval is greater than the start of the second interval, then that's the overlapping. So here 4 is greater than 6, that's wrong. So here no overlapping. If no overlapping means we are incrementing result by 1. So this result by 1 means till here it's merged, means first two intervals are merged as we can see till here, and we know that this row is now not in the use because we merged it with the first row. So what we are doing, we are just overlapping this row. How we can overlapping, we are doing, if it's the matrix of I, matrix of this equal to matrix of I. So this is 6 and this will become 8. Now incrementing I again, we are here, check. So this is the 8 which is less than 9 means here no overlapping. What we have to do? We are incrementing result means still here all are merged and we are replacing here by 9 by 10. So what here we got 1 4 6 8 9 10 is the answer and result is our 2. So this is, we can say 3 cross 2 matrix. So we are creating a one new result matrix of size means row result plus 1 and column 2, and we are just copying this value into our result matrix, and okay, or you can give them as answer matrix, and we are returning the answer. So I think this is very easy to understand. So if you don't get it, then I have also given the code here. From code you can understand. As you can uh, see here, first, yeah, I forgot to tell you the one thing is we have to sort based on the start time. We have to sort based on the start time of the interval. So this is the sorting of start time of the interval. Then we are checking this condition and this is our result. If end is greater than start, it means that the two are overlapped and we have to take the minimum and maximum. In the other part, we are just replacing this by I, and after that we are printing or we are storing into the result from intervals to result, and we are printing the or returning the result. The important thing I forgot to tell you is that we have to sort based on the starting time. But many of you thinking that why this will work, why this worked? Because in the question only meant they gave the based on the starting time like 1, 2, 6, 9. So if I'll solve the same problem with this, then I can't find the solution because here the starting time are not sorted. Okay, so this is also very easy code. After explaining you what they want us to do. Okay, now the last problem for today's lecture. I know that this lecture is becoming a very big, but this is the revision thing. Everyone should do a revision because if you don't remember what you learned, then what's the use of it? If you want to drink a water, yeah, go for it. You can sure. This is our last problem. Okay. What's the problem states that maximum intersecting lines. What means, yeah, if I told you, this is the question where if we are taking this is the one line, this is the second line, this is the third line, this is the fourth line, then we have to check for the vertical and find which is the maximum point. As you can see here, one here, uh, this two, so two here, three, two, one. So what's the maximum intersection? Is three. So that's how we have to do. Now, how we can solve this problem? Maximum intersecting lines. Okay, so let's check the company is Swiggy. What we are doing here, this is very simple question. Let's go for the input. Input is 1, 3, 2, 3, 10, 1, 2, 4, 4. We are using here the algorithm in which we are using the map plus prefix sub. Okay, let me take it here down. Okay, now it's visible. So let me put it back uh, to its correct position. I think there is some issue happen here, but yeah, we are fine. We are the warriors. Warrior don't go for it. Okay. Now, what we are creating the one map. Why map? As I told in the question that because the problem here also two approach. One is the brute force. One is using the map as the prefix sum. Why we are using the here? Let me write it clearly. Map plus prefix sum. Why we are using here the map as I told in the when I solve this problem that because if we are using error here, the element size is not fixed. So for big element, we have to like if the size here is 2000 means the starting is 2000. Then unnecessarily for the 3 or 4 intervals and for the 3 or 4 lines, we have to write take a array of size 2000. So if we don't want to face that problem, that's why here we are using a map. In map what we are storing a key and value pair, but here the use of key is not that much, so I'll directly explain you by the value. And what we have to do, we are just taking the two things for each interval for each line. L r l r here. L r. Okay, I think this is. Now, let me give you the indexes also. So what we are doing, we are just, this is if the prefix, then we are doing prefix of L plus equal to what? By default, all this value are 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the prefix of R plus 1 minus equal to minus 1. So we are just removing one value. Okay. So what we are doing here for L equal to 1 means here we are putting the 1 and here we are doing the minus 1. Now check for this. 2 means 1. Here we are doing minus 2. Now 1 means here 2. 2, 3 means here minus 2. 4 means here here we are doing plus 1, so it's minus 1, and this is also minus 1. Now we have to do the addition. 0, 2, 3, 2, 1, 0. Now what's the maximum among these all? So that's 3. That's our answer. So you can check the code. This is the start end L R the same. We are putting the value. Why we are using the map because not a values, because we want to direct access the value by get and put. Because of this, so if we are not writing this line, then we will have a null point and exception, because in key value pair for the get we have to put something. So that's why we are putting here. We are getting the count. What's the count? Count is the prefix sum and result which stored the maximum value, and now after that we are returning the max. So this is the all about I explained or I told you during this week. So we are completing our revision here. So in next week from Monday, I'll come up with the questions which are very interesting and very hard. Okay, for Monday, I'll going to solve the hard question in searching and sorting. Okay, and after in weekends, as I told you, one video of get and the one video of revising the question which we solved during the weekdays. So if you like this video, then do like it, share with your friends, and do comments. Okay. Thanks, guys. Now I am closing this session. Thank you, guys.